Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, as you can see, I clearly picked up colours I never use and decided to jam them all into one set and make it a little bit wild with a little hint of summer. So we've got yellow, blue, green and also some nude as well. So nude obviously often picked up, but all the other three colours not so much. Blue is actually kind of a regular colour, but the other two not so much. So we've got also different colours going on. The nude, we also have some black gel art paint? No, black gel paint that we're going to use later on in the video, and I am using that just for ease, just to make my life easier. So if you don't have that one, you can absolutely just go ahead and use some black gel polish, but that one does really change your life for the better. But until then, we are going to work on our background shades. For now, we've got one nail nude, one nail yellow. We're going to have two nails, well, 3 nails ombre, but 2 nails that are going to be the same. So you've got the nude at the bottom and the yellow at the top, which I'm applying right now, and we're going to ombre those two together, and I'm going to use the Madam Glam ombre brush, just my usual. I'm going to ombre the two together. As you can see, I kind of left less of the yellow, more of the nude, just because whenever one shade is a little bit more harsher than the other, it seems to overpower when you start to ombre. So if you're going to ombre two different, like, you know, one much lighter, one much darker kind of colour, I like to usually put a little bit less of that darker shade. And then on the 5th nail, we're going to do a three-way ombre. We're going to put the blue at the top, the green at the bottom, and the yellow in the, the blue at the top, the green in the middle, the yellow at the bottom. So I'm just kind of trying to vision which two colours are going to ombre the best next to each other and create that nice little look as well. So that's the colour combo and order that I've gone for, and I'm just going up and down basically until I am happy with the ombre. The first layer will never be perfect, you will never get it right and definitely by the second it starts to come together, so don't ever get too frightened on your first layer thinking you need to get it perfect, because you really don't. The second layer is where it really starts to come together. Now that everything is out and I've done 2 coats on everything, it's time to start with the nail art. So we've got kind of all sorts going on today. I was inspired by this abstracty design I saw on Pinterest, I think it was, but they kind of had a whole different idea around the set. They did do these like little blocks and all sorts, but they did like an abstract look with different patterns, and I wanted to make it more of a summary set. So on the new nail, we did a French tip using the blue. Now on those 2 ombre nails, which in hindsight, you could probably get away with not actually doing it an ombre on that one, really. I feel like it kind of disappears. You could just do like a block colour, like literally just half yellow, half nude if you wanted to, really. But we are kind of envisioning like a French, like a smile line, but you're only going to do it halfway and then you want to block it out like we're doing there, and you want to leave the bottom part because then on the bottom we're going to do it in the green, but we're going to do that in a moment. So on the next ombre nail, you want to do the little like half a square, I guess, at the bottom, colour it in. Wherever it's needed, I do go ahead and do 2 coats. Some Madam Glam gel polishes are mega opaque and you can just literally get away with the one. Some you don't. I just kind of play it by ear, whichever one needs it pretty much. Now we're onto the green. Now the green was very neon, very pretty and very opaque. I'm quite shocked because often when you get these very like neon-y shades, they are most likely often sheer, but this one was like super pigmented. It was really creamy and nice to work with. So now you want to do that small line French tip look on the nail where you place the blue at the bottom and just repeat it, and then you obviously want to flip it around again on the other nail. So now you've got the green at the bottom. You kind of get the gist. It's the basically same nail, but you want to flip around the colours and stuff like that. So here goes the green again on that nail. So lovely. Like I filmed it a couple days ago now, maybe even a week ago now, but I just remember having such a good time with that green. It's just one of those colours you kind of always remember. So now onto the yellow nail. On that one, I'm going to do a pretty thick line down the centre. And then I'm going to basically outline it first and then colour it in. So really, you want the centre to be like mega green, and you want the sides just about showing the yellow. You don't want too much of it. If you prefer to go in with the green as a background shade actually, and then go in with the yellow to do the sides, kind of up to you which colour order you want to tackle the set. Right, so everything has 2 layers now and opaque and whatever. I'm happy with it all, so it's time to outline. So this is the bit where I'm using the black nail art gel. It's really nice. Like, it's just so opaque, and you will not need to ever go in with a second coat. Like, it's literally the perfect nail art gel basically for fine lines. It does also cure tack free, so if you wanted to use it on some matte nails as well and create like a glossy outline, you absolutely can. Like, it's just such a pleasure to work with. So I thought I'm gonna obviously make my life easier and just do it that way, but it's not really it doesn't really impact anything other than just makes your life easier, I suppose, and just makes it sometimes quicker. But you can absolutely go ahead and just do it with a black gel polish. Just be mindful of a black gel polish, a regular one, just because it's, black gel polishes are often pigmented and you have to work with thin layers, which often means you might end up with sheer lines, so you will have to likely go in with 2 coats. So bear that in mind, because if you do go in with like a super thick coat, you could risk wrinkling and just a nightmare basically. So bear that in mind. So this is the second nail layer that I'm outlining. Sorry, not layer, nail that I'm outlining. We're also going to outline that green and yellow nail as well. And I am also going to outline the smile line on that blue French tip. But I actually, for some reason, I don't have the footage. I don't know if I by accident cut it out or if I just didn't film that part. Who knows? But it's not here, but we did do it. So now it's the very quick fragment of stamping. So we are using my absolute most used plate ever for summer. Like, this plate has it all, and it's such a shame because it's from Moya London and they are discontinuing. They might even be gone already, who knows. I haven't been on their website for a very long time, but they've been discontinuing their products. If there's anything on there you want, they're all on sale when it comes to stamping, so run and get it whilst you still can. But yes, this has been my absolute favourite and most used summery plate ever, because it just has so many different palm trees and it has the little animals, like a tropical animal too, and a couple of leaves, and yeah, it's just perfect. Like, I love it to pieces. And there are lots of plates out there though, so I'm sure there's always going to be a replacement if they don't have that one anymore, or you might just end up having to buy 2 or 3 plates here and there just to kind of, compile all the right stuff that you need. But it is always very convenient to have everything one plate, especially if like you're a traveller nail tech where you kind of go to people to do the nails at their houses. You kind of don't want to be running around with a million plates with you. You kind of want it all in one if that's possible. So yeah, that one is that absolutely for me. I probably have like 20 different sets on my channel just using this plate. It's been an absolute pleasure working with it, playing with it. I always keep getting drawn to it. So on the French tip nail, I did like a little bit of like a scenic look. So I placed some palm trees down. Then on those 2 ombre nails, we're doing some palm trees and just picking out different like leafy tropical trees. Now on that green and yellow lined nail, I cut up the footage because it just took a long time, but just down the center, I'm just going to keep stamping down those tropical flowers and try not to remove it off your little jelly stamper. So yeah, so we're just going to keep continuing that. But like I said, I just kind of cut the footage because it just took me some time. We're just working with 1 jelly stamper. So if you want to be extra efficient, I absolutely recommend getting a couple and just like picking them up and stamping them one by one. It's so nice. I do have a couple, but sometimes when I film, it's just not that easy for me. And I just by accident get off shot and it just ruins everything. So sometimes it's easier to just use the one for filming, but not always efficiency. So now it's been an absolute while, like a very, very long time since I've used foils at all. Like, I've got quite a lot of them actually, and I just never use them. I always find them a little bit tricky. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of nail techs don't really use them as much. I don't really see them too often. I feel like we all kind of prefer those chromy gel polishes more than the foil itself. But I felt like I wanted to include some gold flakes here and there. So we're going for it. And I'm just using my finger and I'm tapping it down into the tacky layer of the gel polish nail, that the gel polish lever tacky layer. So I'm just using that as like a way to glue down, stamp down, really like get the foil in there. It's one of those where you can't really control too much where you place it, so you kind of have to be okay with just placing it wherever. I am trying to avoid the stamping areas as much as I can and trying to place it around. But yeah, we're just kind of having a good time with the foil, just having a good time and placing it wherever. So at this stage, we are going to top coat and we are going to matte top coat today's set. After that's out of the lamp and ready to go, we do have quite a couple different crystal placements. It's really the last little part of the video left. Don't know how I feel about it. So far here, if I probably would recommend just stopping here and just rolling with it as it is now. No need for extra crystals, extra charms, whatever it is. I mean, I'm not mad at the charm, but yeah, I just feel like it's pretty cute right now. And even to be honest, I kind of feel like I prefer it over glossy top coat. I know, I can't believe I'm saying that, but it just looks really pretty when we are just top coating it now whilst it was still glossy. But on the Smile Line French tip nail, we're placing a bow charm there. Very typical, often happens for me. It's just one of those. And then once that's out the lamp, that one's done. We've got the Ombre nail. Now that one looks so cool. It looks really, really nice there. We're going to place like a crystal placement down the center. This one's probably the most basic one, and I'm not too keen, to be honest. I feel like if I was going to go for one like that again, I'd probably put just a bit more effort into it and not. I was kind of trying to keep it a bit more simpler now, but I don't know. If you're going to go this wild on a nail, you might as well do it right and not super, super simple and just kind of, by simple, I mean, I'm just not trying to overcomplicate it, but I just feel like it just doesn't give what I was trying to make it give, basically. But especially that bottom part, probably downsize as well. Like, there's just a couple of things after you make a set where you're like, I'll probably do it a little bit different next time. Now, on those palm tree ombre nails on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side on the other nail, we're going to place some ABs as well in there, very subtle on the corners. And that's basically it when it comes to crystal placement. If you want it to be extra bougie and really jazz up the set, obviously I always recommend Cava beads. They're like the best thing ever to really jazz a set up. And obviously also recommend maybe upgrading the look of that middle nail if you feel like I'm feeling about it too. But that'll be basically it. So all of that will go into the lamp for a cure, get that set into place, align it where you want it, and here are the final results. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!